I'm
for the
naked
guys
on
to be
Instagram,
like,
but the girl
I'm
can't
looking
be.
for the guys to be like, yo, you're shredded, dude. Like, nice. Like, I'm looking for, like, I'm not posting this just to be like, oh, I look hot here. I'm just like, my body looks nuts right now.
Same.
No,
Like,
because girls are purposefully showing their buttholes on Instagram. Literally.
Think like that.
The thing is, from my perspective, I am building art. And so, like,
So are we. So are women.
I know that can sound so one-sided. Whatever. I don't care.
What do you think we are?
I don't care. I literally pay and get paid to step on stage to get judged for how I look.
Don't leave the podcast.
We get paid for our Instagram
sponsorship.
posts.
Don't do it to yourself.
Girls get sponsorships from companies.
Literally.
But what kind of
talk, let him
sponsorships
talk.
though? Specifically
We sell
for?
vagina.
Let him
But
talk,
is it
please.
like
So
clothing
we can put our
sponsorships?
vagina on
Is it
the
clothing
feed.
sponsorships
Stop
or food
interrupting. Let him talk.
sponsorships or sponsorships that help you obtain that goal of getting that art that you're trying to work for?
You're gonna be surprised, but I'm like twerk for many years. I was a twerk teacher. I'm a dance teacher in many different ways. So, and I remember I posted, and most of my followers are girls. So when I post like a twerk video sometimes, which is not even sexual, like I'm fully clothed, I got a lot of messages like, oh, I wish from women, I wish I have this level of confidence. Like, teach me, please. You inspires me a lot with your feminine energy, the way you express yourself.
Okay,
I'm so like.
Okay, I got to interrupt you because we're moving away from the original point. Kind of the original point that you were trying to make is that as a guy, we don't have like chicks just ruthlessly sliding into our DMs.
Yeah.
Like
Some
girls,
people has again. You
bro,
like
some.
out there, but
Okay,
who
without
cares?
working for
Who cares?
6'5", blue check mark athletes on Instagram, girls are DMing them. That's fine. However, average girls, 1,000 followers, 2,000 followers, just average chick that goes to college is getting dozens of DMs a week.
So
An
this is
average-
there is a
It's not
social-
about us.
Facts.
It's like the
We
men
can post
want
us in a burqa and they
No,
will
but-
still do that.
I'm
No.
living my life.
It's
I'm
not about what we're
beautiful.
posting either.
Who cares?
but
Why
the
do you
point-
care?
The point is that there's a difference there between the attention that men and women receive. An
It's
average
easier for
girl,
women.
has dudes sliding into her DMs. Hold on. Average girl has dudes sliding into her DM. Average dudes ain't getting a DM in their entire life.
But
Men need to
How's
stop
that
your
not
relationship.
It's not your problem, but part of being in a monogamous relationship means limiting your options.
No,
You
Yes, I
live in
agree
this
with that.
world.
So-
We're
Give up
different.
the
We're
Instagram?
not
Yo,
like
You
a
want your
100
you're,
years
you're,
ago.
you're living in this world. You shouldn't say that, but
You want the girl to give
Okay.
up her Instagram?
if you're
For what?
For a relationship with
Can
you?
you elaborate?
Just in general.
For what? What is she giving it up
She
for?
wants to be with you, and what the whole Twitter feed thing was about.
That your question is still very vague to me.
Instagram is a dating app.
You're saying
Point blank period.
Yeah.
Business.
So
it's
here's
my
the thing.
business. I'm making
I have
money.
had-
It's a
I
lot.
inspire
It's not just
people.
a
Okay,
date.
so
Like,
so
it's not a
fine.
dating
But
app.
for example, let's say an average. You guys are all content creators, whatever. Most girls are not content creators. They're average chicks, but they have Instagram. Dudes are sliding into their DMs.
Correct.
It would, in that situation where finances are not a component, it's like
I wouldn't have
it
one.
would not be unreasonable for
I
a
would
guy to
not
be
have
like,
one.
"Yo, you're getting DM'd by a
So
bunch of
men
dudes."
just
Like,
hungry. They just.
Everyone's
How's that her fault?
If I was a normal chick like that, I would give up my
mine.
Instagram and not give a damn about it.
If-
for
okay,
sure. Now,
wait.
if my livelihood didn't depend on it, I wouldn't care at
But-
all, and I wouldn't have one. But the fact that ours does, yes, it's different for us.
men
Okay.
and women are not the same. Go ahead.
I'll let these two go real quick.
Okay.
Thank you. I was just gonna say, if you're in like if you're secure with yourself, both partners, and you guys are secure with each other and have that foundation, you can get hit on anywhere. This could happen at work. This could happen at
not
the
the same.
grocery store.
Not the
However,
same.
if you're secure with yourself in your relationship, you know that even if she's getting DM'd this amount of DMs, she's not going to do anything with it. And why does that bother you? If it bothers you, then that's something deep that you need to go searching within
your
yourself.
insecurity.
It's your own insecurity.
It's not insecurity. It's
no,
called
you
having
even
a
mentioned.
boundary.
No,
It's
you
called
even
having a
mentioned. Oh,
boundary.
guys with check marks. Clearly, you have something about guys with check marks, and you're
no.
worried about it because you've been attacking
Boundaries,
Lexi
though.
all
What
night.
boundaries?
It's an insecurity with yourself. I hate to say it, but it is.
It's
Because if you were
I'll
with
get you a check
somebody,
mark, Brian.
I
if you
have.
were with somebody that like
$50 per
you felt good about and you knew she was all about you and you guys have trust posting and everything, it doesn't matter because this can happen anywhere.
I think a man should be proud, if anything. Like,
yeah,
there's my woman, and she's doing whatever the she needs to do. She looks good, and people are loving her, especially women. And of course, men are gonna look at her, be proud of that. But she's with me.
She
like
every day
so
choose me.
That's fine. That's fine. But one of the things you guys were talking about, well, what makes a traditional woman? One of those things is modesty. Posting photos of your ass on Instagram is not being modest.
no, but I actually
We're not
get
traditional
I don't
though.
do
We're
that.
not. We're not
Yeah.
traditional.
That's cool.
But
Then
let's
enjoy
say-
your
no, no, no.
50-50
Yeah, we're not
relationships.
traditional.
Enjoy your 50-50
Yeah.
relationships.
No, no, I'm talking
This
about
world
the
is not
regular
traditional
women.
That's
anymore.
fine.
That
Then
world.
you guys, then when someone breaks into your house, you guys can defend it.
Well, duh. I
bringing the
shoot
strap
guns and I'm
out,
a boxer,
Brian.
so yeah.
See, here's the thing. This is one of the primary issues in modern dating. Non-traditional women want men to adhere to their traditional gender roles. You want men to be men, but you want to go post your shit on Instagram. You want to fucking around and be loose and be promiscuous.
What do you
You're
mean?
putting
Women
words
are
in my
mostly
mouth.
loyal.
That's
like
not
everything
true.
together. Like
We're
I want to
loyal.
express
We want to
myself.
love you guys. We do love you guys. We're all for you guys, but we can't do that because you're not insecure and you'll let us do those
It's not-
things.
yo.
Because you know that we're not doing it for men.
But wait, I'm not saying
What-
be
what-
proud. Be proud of somebody that's putting like her ass out like half naked to that comment. That's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about
Yeah.
I can be sexy in a dress. I have a sexy look to me even if I'm I'm fully clothed. That's not my fault. That's not my fault.
I'm
for
just
getting DMs
What-
towards that.
sexually attracted to feminine woman, and I'm just posting like my shit. It's
But
just
your
my
girlfriend-
passion.
your
Like
girlfriend
I'm
is
like,
sexy and beautiful.
Yeah.
Like that's what it is. So she's
and not even like as a
both,
job. Like
you
it's just
know?
a regular photo, just like having.
Brian
an
needs a
Instagram.
regular girl, is what it comes
Yeah,
down
just
to.
a
I
regular
date
girl.
Can I
regular
speak on
women.
behalf of the
I-
DMs thing
And you
again?
said
What's
like.
that? I date regular women.
Yeah.
That's
Okay.
and one of the reasons why. And I mean, a lot of you guys live in LA. I mean, this is why I've refused, even though, well, despite having been doing content creation for 10 years, I've refused to live or move to LA.
I feel you.
Like it's just toxic as fuck, but that's a whole nother conversation. I date regular chicks. I'm not dating content creators. I don't think I've actually ever dated a girl who does content or who does OnlyFans ever.
When you
I'll
say
d-
content is like 100% like adult content, or are you just
I'm dating
like any kind of content?
I'm dating like PhD students and like corporate chicks, like
Don't those
nurses.
girls
I've done all of that. I
strong
have my
jobs
master's.
that are like very
I still create
stressful. They come
content.
home and they're like, oh my God, my job's so stressful. Like, you deal with that stuff for sure with those girls.
Yeah, I have dated
Probably
some.
more than the content creators.
That's doubtful, but I've dated women who have stressful jobs. I've dated a doctor. I've dated pharmacist. I've dated a physician assistant.
How much time do
nurses.
they have
Sure.
for you?
Yeah, and nurses, honestly, a little red.
They have time for you in the
Everything
relationship?
medical.
Well, these were more short-term relationships, but I mean, most of the women I date, I'd say, are.
I mean, first of all, nurses are freaking crazy and toxic.
I have
Yeah. I've dated way too many
Her
nurses,
best
so
friend
trust
is
me.
one.
I know.
I know.
Yeah.
But okay, what you call insecurity, I just call having a boundary.
And
I
in
totally
regards
get
to the
you.
insecurities, and we were talking about the DMs, and if there's like a bunch of guys, whatever.
Can you guys get
anyways,
off your phones, please?
Sorry, yeah.
just 11
I-
p.m.
We're gonna wrap in 10 minutes.
Okay.
I do
thank
get
you.
messages from men and women, and then the men obviously I don't entertain, but even the women, like I've had people offer to fly me to New York and like pay for all this shit, and I like delete that stuff. I don't even reply. I don't open it. I delete it because why would I want that sitting there? Like I kind of hold myself to a little bit of a higher standard, to be honest. To even have that in my DMs, just because like
When you're in a
I'm single too.
relationship.
I'm single, and I deleted like 5 messages this
Why
morning
would
from
you
the
do
guys and girls.
that?
Oh, maybe
Why
I do
would
the
I wanna
same.
entertain
Why
it?
Maybe I do
wouldn't
the
you?
same. Who knows?
Because I have values and morals that I
Your
want to
value
uphold.
is my woman can't take me on a trip.
Some random woman wants to pay for me to go somewhere.
You're psycho for that.
How am I psycho
Are you
for that?
crazy?
I mean,
No.
No, I
Absolutely
understand him.
That's selling
I'm
your
like
body
from
in a way,
super
you
yeah,
know?
yeah, I
Absolutely
understand
not.
him.
Right.
I
But
would not
still,
put myself
like
in that
maybe I'm
position.
acting the same in DM because I consider Instagram
If
as
I
a
don't
job.
want if I don't want a girl that I want to date to be doing this stuff, I'm not gonna do it either.
I agree.
So I want to
Have a
have
good
I want to date
time.
someone that's like similar to me.
But that could be the boundary too. Just don't respond to them or delete them.
Yeah, I don't know what you're
Exactly.
gonna do.
Well, that's what I'm saying though. Like, don't
Just
leave
set
it
the
in your
boundary.
DMs to just like have it
Yeah.
sitting there.
And don't reply, and that could be the boundary.
because it's not my
You know?
responsibility if someone texts me. Like I can't control that.
Yo, bye, Felicia. Thank you for the $100 super chat. Hey.